Every network card, whether it is an external network card or an inbuilt network card interface, has a physical static address assigned by the card manufacturer. Now, this is called the media access control address. The MAC address is written on the card and it is physical, so it never changes. It is used between devices for identification and to transfer packet in the right direction. This works because each packet has source MAC and a destination MAC and travel from the source to the destination. Because MAC address is static and never changes, it can be used to trace back and identify a device. So also, since devices use MAC address to identify each other, we can have some networks that only allow certain MAC addresses to connect to them. This approach is known as whitelisting. And it also a blacklisting could be used. Now, blacklisting is a process whereby some MAC addresses are blacklisted so that they cannot connect to the network. Changing MAC address can help you to either connect to a network by being on a whitelist or to bypass a blacklist. And also, changing the MAC address, however, is a temporary measure. In effect, only takes place in the RAM, in the primary memory, that is the RAM. So it is only effective in the current session. And once you restart the machine, you will have to change it again. To change the MAC address, we are going to use a tool called MAC Changer. So to get the name of our Wi-Fi card, we are going to type the command sudo ewconfig, and then we press enter. Now we can see that the name of this card is WLAN 0. So the first thing that we are going to do, we are going to disable this card by issuing the command sudo ifconfig LAN 0 down. So I'll just come to the terminal and then issue this command sudo ifconfig LAN 0 down. Now, if I hit enter, this command will now deactivate this our wireless interface LAN 0. So I'll just press enter. Now this wireless network card has now been put down. Now we are going to change the MAC address using a tool called MAC Changer. To learn more about the tool, we just go into the terminal and type the command MAC Changer --help. So I'll just come to the terminal, sudo MAC Changer --help. As you can see, these are the options that we can use with the tools. You can use the --help and --version to show the help and the version, and --show to show our current MAC address, add -e so that it doesn't change the Bendu byte, that is the manufacturer of the MAC address. Now another method is to try a random MAC of the same kind, and -a is just to set the random Bendu here. Now the -p option will reset the original permanent MAC address. So if we change our MAC address and we want to use the old one, again we use the -p. The -r option will just give us a random MAC address, and -l will just print the non-vendors that we can use. The -m option will help us to pick our own MAC address. Now, in case there is a whitelist, we will learn how to see all the connected devices. For example, for your target network, 3 devices are connected and the target network only allows 3 devices to connect. We can just take one of the whitelisted MAC address, change it and use it. We simply enter the command MAC Changer --random LAN. So I'll just come to the terminal and then enter the command sudo MAC Changer --random LAN 0. Now, as you can see, the MAC address of the wireless interface has now been changed. Now, the current MAC is the MAC address of the interface before we change it, while the permanent MAC address is the MAC address that the wireless interface card comes with. And then we have the new MAC, that is the random MAC address that has been assigned to our wireless interface by the MAC Changer tool. As we can see from the help menu, we can use -m flag to specify our own MAC address. So if you want to change the MAC address to our own choosing MAC address, then we just run the MAC Changer tool. We enter the command sudo MAC Changer, and then followed by the -m flag, and then we specify the MAC address that we want to change to. So say I want to change it to this MAC address to 11 C1E, so any MAC address of my choosing, 21 and then FE, and then I will specify the interface that I want to change. So this is the command sudo, which is the command that will give us root privileges, and then MAC changer, which is the tool that we are using, and then -m, which is from the help menu. We can see that -m will enable us to specify our own MAC address. So followed by the MAC address that I want to change to, then followed by the name of the interface whose MAC address I want to change to. Then I will just hit enter. And as we can see, the MAC address has successfully been changed to the MAC address that I have specified. So now our wireless card is ready, and we have changed its MAC address. We need to enable the wireless card again because we have disabled it. So so we just run the command sudo if config, and then followed by the name of the interface LAN0. Remember that to deactivate it, we run the command LAN0 down. So now to activate it again, we just run the command LAN0 up.